No, I've been away with women, the same as I've been away with men, but...
Stop my chair creaking. Hello and welcome back to Dating with my Nana. I'm your host today, Verity.
And I'm your host today.
What's your name? Nana. Verity and Nana. And today we're coming to you with a slightly different episode. Today's episode is going to be all about the single life. All things single and what makes it so brilliant. There's this term, it's called decentering men in our lives. Do you know what that means?
No, not exactly, but...
It means trying to create a rhetoric where, with me and my friends, we're talking about men less, we're talking about dating less, we're just focusing on other things happening in our lives that aren't to do with men, and doing things not for men. So I'm not dressing because I think a man may like it. I'm not doing a project because I think a man will think it's cool. I'm not reading something because I think a man will think better of me that I read it. And that's me decentering men from my life. What do you think to that?
Oh, well, I don't think it at all. I think it's awful, to be quite honest. I mean, men are there, and men can be attractive, and they can be attractive to you, and why not?
And why not? We're going to start off by asking you, so I'm most excited for this episode. I have great things to say about being single. I love it. I think there are so many pros and cons. Actually, sorry, I take that back. I think there are so many pros. Full stop. So I would like to know what your thoughts are on being single. What does the implication of being single mean to you? What does it make you think of?
Well, it's very short and sweet, isn't it?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you know, I was single to begin with, obviously, and then I had a boyfriend, and that was nice, but I always had plenty of girlfriends as well. And I've never been without girlfriends. I am more now because I'm older and people have died and one thing and the other, but no, I wouldn't be without men, no.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't.
So, in times that you were single...
It was horrible. It wasn't very nice.
You didn't like being single?
I didn't like being single.
Why not?
Particularly. No, well, you haven't got anybody in your home to talk to. You can't have people all the time. I mean, I don't like people all the time, but some of the time, women, that's okay. But no, I prefer to have a mixed variety of men and women.
Do you think it would have made a difference? So you say that you don't like living alone.
No.
And I'm the same, but I live with my girlfriends.
Yes.
So do you think that would have changed your perception of being single if you were living with friends?
I would not live with girlfriends, no.
You wouldn't live with your friends?
Not particularly.
Why not?
Well, I've never had the opportunity to live with friends, but so I wouldn't know, but it doesn't appeal to me, shall I say, to live with women. No, it doesn't appeal to me.
Why not?
I like the difference between men and women. I mean, men's conversation and women's conversation are very often different. I don't know about now because women have come on and they have high jobs and all the rest of it, but in my day they didn't so much, and so we were all roughly about the same.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed our company of occasionally, you know, have a chit chat and go out. But I would still like to have a man, yes.
What is the longest time that you've been single?
Later life, I was single for 8 years.
Is that post your first husband?
That's after,
died?
yes, after my husband died. I was on my own for 8 years until I met another man, and then we were together for 20 years, and now I have been on my own for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
So, no, and I don't particularly like it.
Not fully on your own for the past 5-6 years. You still have contact.
I'm still
You
in
still have-
contact,
you still
but
have
it's not the same.
companionship.
It's not the same. It's not the same as
Why-
actually having somebody in your
In your
home
home, yeah.
and living with you. I prefer that. Many women don't. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. You know, it's everybody's different, aren't
Yeah.
they? Just as well.
No, I do agree
It
that
couldn't all be the same.
companionship's lovely.
Yes, it is lovely, but I wouldn't want the companionship of a woman all the time.
Yeah, because I've only ever lived with women. Apart from once in Australia, I lived with a 40-year-old gay man for
Oh,
2
wow.
months. So
Yes.
he's the only man I've ever lived with, and it was awful. It's been my worst living situation that I've ever had.
Well, you don't want a gay man.
Well, no, we weren't romantically involved, me and Matt, but... So what's your view on the importance of female friendships in your life? What do you think? What do female friendships mean to you?
Well, female friendship is. I like female friendship.
Yeah.
I do, but it's a different way of talking when you've got men and women, and you don't say things amongst women as you would with a man.
Like what? Can you give me an example of something you wouldn't
Well,
say?
I can't give you examples really, but you know, the conversations are usually different, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to date with them.
Well,
You don't want to date.
well, we are.
Yeah,
So
you
that-
can go out with them and things, but the word dating is a bit.
Well, I have my female
Women.
friendships, and then I date women as well.
Well,
But I wouldn't call those women my friends. I'm dating them.
I wouldn't even call it dating. I know it's just a friendship, and you just meet up.
But we're meeting up romantically.
Oh dear, no.
Yeah.
Well, I can be romantic with them.
No, but that's because you're
So,
not gay.
No, I'm
No.
not gay.
But for gay people,
I'm not anything. No.
but for us, I have my female friendships, and then I date women, and that's separate. Yeah.
I can't cope with that.
No, you can't.
No.
But I think you're coping well in our discussions.
Yeah, I
You're
can
doing
cope.
really well,
I
Nana.
think
Yeah,
you're
thank you.
you, and you please yourself. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not, and I'm different, but you know.
I'm not really
I
impressed.
I don't really like seeing women and women on television.
No.
But
If I
romantic.
got a girlfriend in the next couple of months, would you be interested in meeting her? If I'm in a serious relationship,
Oh yeah, I mean,
you'd meet her.
I'd be nice to anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, but I wouldn't particularly approve, I suppose.
No.
But then that's me.
Were you shocked because in episode 2, you asked me if I were gay?
Yes.
Why did you think that? Were you shocked when I said yes?
No.
No. Why had you been thinking that I was?
Because I thought you most probably could be.
Yeah.
Because you were the way you talked and the way you said things about things.
Yeah.
I just guessed you were, but
Guessed.
it's is it my turn again?
Yeah. So you weren't too surprised?
I wasn't surprised.
No.
But you see, all these things were illegal in my day, in my young day.
No, I know.
And so consequently, although people still did it, but they did it very quietly, so... Is it my turn or your turn? Is age high or low?
Your turn.
Is age high or low?
You can do either if you want to do
No, you don't.
Queen, King, Ace you can, and Ace 2, 3. I'm not picky. So what I would like to compare and contrast is how society views being single today compared to years ago. So for me, I would say I'm 24, half of my friends at the moment are single, half are in relationships. Some of those relationships are long term, some of them live with their partners, some of them are short term, but I would say meeting someone my age, it's just as likely that they're single versus not being single. So,
At your age, yes. And there's plenty of time for you to change your mind anyway.
but for you, was there a taboo about being single? If
Not
someone...
not when I was young, no.
What about if at age 24, you were married, if you knew someone that was single?
Yes. Well, I wasn't married and at 24, and I wasn't.
You were married at 21, you said?
No, I wasn't married at 21. I was married at 22.
Right, but that means you were married when you were 24.
Oh, yes, I was
Yeah.
married when I was 24.
So what would you have thought about single
Well,
people?
I never thought about being single.
Hello and welcome to our mini game special of overrated or underrated. We're gonna look at some mini scenarios and decide whether we think it's overrated or underrated. Understand?
And I quite understand.
You quite understand. Okay.
I don't understand much, but
Having a boyfriend, overrated or underrated?
underrated.
Overrated. Getting married, underrated or overrated? You have mixed views on marriage, yeah. Marrying the second time, you have mixed views.
No. I wouldn't marry a second time. And yes, it would be overrated, wouldn't it?
Okay, I'm saying rated. I'm in the middle. Sharing a bed with your partner, underrated or overrated?
Underrated?
I think I don't mind sharing a bed.
No, I don't
Yeah,
want to.
I don't really mind. I sleep quite easily. Yeah.
Of course.
Big romantic gestures, underrated or overrated?
Overrated?
Yeah, would you rather something more subtle?
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna say underrated. Hear me out. This is my hear me out. I don't want PDA and I don't want huge romantic gestures. Well, actually, I love attention. Maybe I do. Maybe I do want big things. I don't know. Do you know what my dream romantic gesture is?
Yeah. What's that?
I really want someone to organise a flash mob for me. Well, one or two ways. I want to be in a flash mob, and I also want a surprise flash mob to surprise me. It's where you're in a public space, and suddenly some music comes on. Don't stop the beat. Oh, I've gone Justin Timberlake. Don't stop the beat. And then one person starts dancing over there, and I'm like, where have they come from? And then I would drop my shopping bags, and I would join in the same routine. And then all these people, the cashier, would go and join in the routine. Don't stop the beat, and we'd all dance. Do. Oh, I'm not even seeing Justin Timberlake. I'm singing a bit Move Your Feet. Everybody, move your feet and fit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 24, dear.
Oh, this is a good one. Bringing your +1 to a social event, underrated or overrated?
Underrated?
You want to bring your partner?
Yeah, why not?
Overrated? Leave them at home. Leave them.
Well, if I was going out
leave
on
your
a-
boyfriends at home.
Yes, but if I was going out with on a hen's night,
Yeah.
that would be different.
Yeah.
But, no, I wouldn't want men there then. But normally, yes, of course you do.
Maybe when I have a partner, I've changed my mind. Do you think playing hard to get is underrated or overrated?
I think you've got to be a bit careful with that,
Yeah.
really, because you might play the wrong game. So I don't know, but I wouldn't do that.
No. I think it's overrated. I think especially now, being a bit older, we don't have time. I don't have time to play a game romantically. For me, if I'm interested or I want to go on a second or third date, I'll say it. If I don't, I'll say it. I think playing hard to get, we don't have time. We've got stuff to do. So you were talking about when you were single in the 90s and meeting people then.
Yes, I did, but I never found anybody I wanted
No.
to have a further relationship with.
Do
They
you-
were quite nice people, but you know, it just didn't click. So
Did you notice any of your relationships, either with your children or with your friends, switch
no,
because you had more energy
no,
to give to that rather than giving it to a partner?
No, I never lost any of my friends, but then they were all married.
Not lost, I mean, do you think you got closer because you had more time to give to friendship?
No, not really. I didn't get any closer, but most of my friends were married.
Yeah.
But I still saw them, and that was nice. Nobody gave me up,
No.
so that was quite good.
I'd hope not.
Which, well, they can do, you see, when you get left, you're a woman on your own. And,
You didn't get left, you were widowed.
well, yes, I was widowed, but I mean, nevertheless, you're left on
Yeah.
your own, and a woman on her own is a bit, it's, you know, it's not easy when a woman's on their own.
Yeah.
So, but there we go. It was, it's one of those things you have to put up with.
Yeah. So for me, I see being single as, I see it as something that's really fun. So,
You won't as you get older.
okay. And the one thing I want to clear up about what being single means to me is I notice friends and people when they get out of relationships, they're like, I'm single, which means I need to date loads, and to them being single means finding the next partner and finding, you know, kissing people and doing all of this. Whereas to me, I really enjoy being...
Again.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I've got those three, you see, I could have put down.
You need to
But-
start putting down.
Yeah, well, I try and keep them a bit, and I've done that several times.
Yeah, for me, being single is actually being alone, and it's spending time with your friends, it's spending time on your hobbies, meeting new friends, like,
Yes, but
Each
you
year
can
I
go
try-
out. You can go out and go to bars and
Yeah.
do different things with your
which is
friends.
why, yeah,
Whereas I can't.
you couldn't.
I
Yeah.
can't. No, I'm too old now to do things like that. Life changes
Yeah.
as you go along, and I've had a good life. I've
Yeah.
enjoyed my life. I've never married again. I've always been single, but it's nice to have a companion,
Yeah,
and that's what it was.
yeah,
So that was nice, and for 20 years it was great.
yeah,
And I still see him now occasionally, but
Yes.
well, and you know, it's changed completely
yeah.
for me, but I'm still on my own. So I go out, I see people. So I'm very lucky, but
Yeah.
you know, at my age, I mean, most people are dead.
That's what okay, this is what I want us to do now, is name one thing we've enjoyed about being single. So I know you're not the biggest fan, but what's one thing you really enjoy about being single?
What would I enjoy being single?
Yeah. What would a perk be?
I don't like being single.
Whose go is it?
You start.
My go?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this section, because it's our finale episode, I think it'd be really nice to hear a few words of wisdom from you, for myself and for our listeners. So I'd like to know, what advice do you have for me? This can be general life advice, this can be what I'm doing now, or this can be relationship-wise. What would you like to say?
Well, I don't know, but my advice to you now is enjoy yourself, have a good time, and by the time you're 30, you must make sure that you do have a partner of whichever sex you choose, but you know, I hope you choose the right sex. And, but you do have to give and take in marriage.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as all that, it's all one-sided.
I think I'm very willing to give and take in a relationship. I'm saying I like to be selfish when I'm single. I wouldn't be selfish in a relationship. I think it's nice to be selfish when you can be, and it doesn't affect
Yeah, well,
someone.
you can be,
Yeah.
you know, for another
But I'm
5 years,
I'm
you're
more
all
than
right.
yeah.
But you do want to sort of start to settle down, because you will find that most probably you would find women boring after a while, if you, oh, there you go. And so, you know, I mean, I do think you should find somebody by the time they're 30.
Okay. And do you think you'll still be alive when I'm 30?
When you're 30, and no, I won't.
Okay.
So I most probably will never see you, but I never. So you won't be bothered with me. But
Would you be sad if you passed away before meeting one of my partners?
yes, because well, I'd like to see all my grandchildren settled.
Yeah.
Shall we say? That yes, I would, and I'd like to see them all settled with with a man.
So you want to see Alex settled with a man?
Oh no! Yeah, one of the opposite sex of whoever it is. But yes, I would like to see.
Even though with me, Nana, I've always been your difficult grandchild. Surely you're not surprised that I'm disrupting the trend one last time. You can't be shocked. Am I not the exception?
Oh, you are the exception.
So, do you have any advice? Sorry, I'm out again.
Oh dear.
Do you have any advice for the rest of your grandchildren? I feel like I've been very fortunate to, and I don't want to get all soppy, but let me speak. I feel very fortunate to have done this project with you and to have been able to spend this much time together. I think it can be rarer as we get older. So I'm very grateful, and I feel very fortunate to also have a record of you for everyone and a record of your stories. I think the stories you've told about Ray is going to be very lovely for all your children and your grandchildren to listen to. But I've been selfish with the advice for me, so do you have any advice that you'd like to give to your other grandchildren?
Yes.
Or to the listeners, I'm the only single grandchild, so all of Nana's other grandchildren are all in relationships at the minute, so what's your advice to them?
If it succeeds, and I hope they do succeed and finish up married. And I hope the others that have got children do marry. The two that don't, I mean, that aren't married, one has married and one's engaged, but it seems a long engagement.
Are you excited for the wedding?
But there we are. Yeah, well, I said to get married before.
Would you take a +1 to the wedding?
Would I take a +1?
Yeah.
I would, if they wanted to come.
Who would it be?
Well, I haven't got anybody at the moment, but no, but if I did have, yes, that would be nice.
I could help you find a +1 for the wedding.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
A nice lad?
Well, you may get some attention from this going in the public eye.
I shouldn't think
You
so.
may
No,
have some people in the comments that you quite took their fancy.
I wouldn't think so now, but yeah, it's fun to see my grandchildren develop, really,
Mm-hmm.
and I've appreciated that.
So the other question that I would like to conclude kind of this single episode on, do you have any advice to your younger self?
Do I have any advice for?
Your younger self, what would you tell your younger self if you could give them any advice going forward?
Well, just to enjoy what you've got, I think. Be satisfied with what you've got. Don't always want what somebody else has got. And just be pleasant to other people.
It's a nice one.
But, I mean, I'm too old to do voluntary work now, so, which I might have done at one time. But, yes, I might have done.
You can call this project your volunteering.
I'm being paid. Oh, God. Dear, oh dear.
I don't know what my advice to my younger self would be. Do you know what my big advice to younger Verity is? Get layers. I don't know what you thought you were doing. Not me, not you, me. My hair was so ugly. It's because I didn't have layers.
Your hair, not hair.
It's not ugly now. No, I look great now.
It isn't.
No, but that's my advice to my younger self. My advice to my younger self is get layers and learn about products.
Oh, no.
That would change my life.
No. You don't want to get
Other advice? Stop.
laid.
Don't want to get what?
Laid, did you say?
Layers. Hair layers.
Hair. Beg your pardon.
No, I would not be on air and to my grandma going, do you know what, I want to get laid. I want a hookup. That's what I want, Nana. That's my advice to my younger self. Go get laid. No.
No.
We're a PG podcast.
No. You'll have to cut that bit out.
Cut that bit out. I didn't say it, you did.
Well, I misheard.
You misheard.
I misheard what
yeah, well,
you said.
your thoughts were going elsewhere, clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly your mind's somewhere else, not here.
I don't think my mind's going anywhere.
Going elsewhere. Are you excited for all of your grandchildren to listen?
No.
You don't want them to listen?
I'm not interested in anybody listening, actually.
Tough.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Dear. Dreadful girl. She doesn't tell me exactly what's going on.
I tell you enough.
Enough.
If I told you too much, you wouldn't have agreed.
I certainly wouldn't. Oh, look, you're not going out again.
I think that's 5-0.
Done.
I think that's 5-0.
I'd have done hand.
Dud hand?
Yes.
Poor skill.
I know. I didn't even have anything that matched up.
Oh, no.
And so, yes. Life's funny. Life is funny.
Life is.
Life is
And
funny.
we're doing well at it.
But just enjoy it while you've got it. Enjoy it while you've got it. And the next up is Agony Nana. Hello, you've got through to Agony Nana.
First up. Hi, Nana. I've recently been dating someone and we've been seeing each other for 2 months. I'm starting to find out that we have I am now finding out that we have quite different political opinions. Should I continue dating them even though I know fundamentally we disagree on politics?
I wouldn't think politics came into a relationship. I mean, it doesn't matter whether she's different to you at all. Why should it matter? You can each vote for who you like.
Away from the voting, I would struggle to date someone if we didn't align on certain views.
Well, you just don't talk about it.
I would say we're quite different if we didn't align on certain things.
Oh, well, we're not going to agree on anything really in a relationship, are we? I mean, it's, we have different opinions on different things, but you just come together, really. But politics shouldn't really come into a relationship to break it up or to do things like that. No, I wouldn't have thought so. But
it's an interesting one from you today. It's an interesting one on Agony Nana today. Okay. Question 2. Hi, Nana. I recently approached someone at the bar to ask for their number, and they said that they weren't interested. It's knocked my confidence a little bit. What advice do you have for me, trying to put myself out there and asking people out?
Well, as I haven't been in that sort of situation for a very long time, and had anybody ask me out at a bar, I have never done that. And usually my relationships have been people who I've met somewhere or other, not in a bar.
It's just asking someone out anywhere. Doesn't have to be a bar.
No, well, it doesn't. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bar. But,
Do you have any
well,
advice for them?
if you don't like the look of them, you don't go.
No, but they've not their confidence for asking. So how? What's your advice for them? Kind of.
Well, you're going to have your confidence not many times during life. Just get up and pull yourself together and get on with it and ask.
I think the same in a nicer way. Of not everyone, just as you're not attracted to everyone, not everyone's attracted to you. So give it a go.
That's if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Do it. I mean, it's just a matter of opinion.
This concludes our episode of the perks of being single, I suppose. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this has been my favourite episode so far. I think being single is wonderful, so please enjoy it to all the singletons out there while you can.
Absolutely.
And what are your finishing remarks on this episode?
Well, just enjoy it while you've got it, and then when you perhaps meet somebody, hopefully you'll be very happy for the rest of your life. Be very nice, because I think you need somebody.
Yeah, brilliant. So thank you very much for coming on this dating journey with me and my Nana. Thank you for listening. I want to thank my Nana for doing this with me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, and I've had a lot of fun, so thank you.
Yes, we've enjoyed it. We've
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I mean, we've never agreed, really. We've always disagreed. But we're still friends.
I'm surprised we're still friends at the end of this, and we are.
We are still friends, yes, of course we are.
So I suppose maybe, who knows, maybe we could do a dating with my Nana special. If I get in a relationship, we could bring them on.
Absolutely.
So I guess watch this space, everyone.
Well, I still can.
While you still can.
Yes,
So
indeed.
thank you for listening. Thank you so much for listening, and please follow us at Dating with My Nana and subscribe.
Yes, just have fun with us.
Have fun with us.
And enjoy it, and I think it's now goodbye.
Goodbye.